नमस्कार। ग्रेट मैन इंटरनेशनल स्कूल की ऑनलाइन क्लासेस में मैं आपका स्वागत करता हूं। कोविड-19 महामारी के इस दौर में मेरा ऐसा मानना है कि आपका परिवार पूरी तरह सुरक्षित है, स्वस्थ है और बच्चों ने लॉकडाउन में बहुत एंजॉय किया है। अब मैं आपका सपोर्ट चाहता हूं। इस ऑनलाइन क्लासेस में बच्चों की शिक्षा को हम अब स्टार्ट करते हैं और बहुत ही जल्द जो भी आपका बैकलॉग है हम उसको क्लियर भी करेंगे और एक नए तरीके से आपकी शिक्षा अब स्टार्ट होने वाली है। पेरेंट्स का हमें पूरा सपोर्ट चाहिए। आप लोग पिछले 10 सालों से लगातार हमें सपोर्ट करते आए हैं और मेरा ऐसा मानना है कि अगर हम और आप मिलकर चाहेंगे तो बच्चों की शिक्षा का कोई नुकसान नहीं होने वाला है और हमें और आपको मिलकर अब एक रीस्टार्ट करना है। नाउ लेट्स रीस्टार्ट। बेस्ट ऑफ लक। नमस्कार।
Hello scholars, how are you all? I hope you all are safe, staying at your home. As we all know, due to this COVID-19 pandemic and lockdown, we all are packed at our homes. But at the same time, we had got enough time to recreate and refresh ourselves. Now it's time to get back to studies. So we are starting with our online classes, and today I'm going to start chapter 1, that is NumPy, from Informatics Practices with Python. So let's start. So children, as we all know, computer science has always been a field of continuous evolution and advancement in terms of software efficiency, programming methodologies, user interface, and applications. With the advent of data analytics or data science, it has become much efficient and easier to handle large amount of data, often called huge data. Data analytics or data science is a process of analyzing large set of data points to get answers to questions related to that data set. Python provides a powerful interface for scientific computing using its libraries. NumPy and Pandas are the most extensively used libraries supported by Python for data analysis. In this video, we will focus on NumPy. So what is NumPy? NumPy is a powerful Python library which is used for scientific computing applications and is an acronym for numerical Python. It is an open source Python module which is used for fast mathematical operations on arrays and matrices. Now the question comes, what is an array? An array is a container holding fixed number of items, but these items should be of the same data type. It is a contiguous memory location holding items of same type. An array consists of element. Each item stored in an array is called an element, and index. Location of each element in an array will be represented by a numerical value which is called index, and also it is used to identify that particular element in that array. NumPy arrays are the basic building blocks of most of the NumPy operations. The NumPy arrays can be handled and divided into two categories, that is one-dimensional array and multi-dimensional array. One-dimensional array. An array with one dimension is known as one-dimensional array or 1D array. One-dimensional arrays are also known as vector, and they look like Python list. One-dimensional array will have only one axis, that is axis 0. Now multi-dimensional array. Multi-dimensional array are the arrays which possess more than one dimension. The most extensively used Python multi-dimensional arrays are 2D arrays, or we can say them two-dimensional array. Two-dimensional array are also known as matrices. Two-dimensional array possesses two axes, that is axis 0 and axis 1, and two-dimensional array look like a table. The various terms associated with NumPy arrays are rank, axis, and shape. Axis. Dimensions of an array are described as its axis. For example, 1D array will have only one axis, that is axis 0. 2D array will have two axes, axis 0 and axis 1, and so on. Rank. The rank of an array will be defined by the number of axes it possesses. Thus, we can say that rank of an array will be equal to the number of axis it contains. For example, an array of rank 2 will possess 2 axes. Shape of an array will be defined by the number of elements it contains along each of its axes. For example, an array of shape 2, 3 will contain 6 elements along 2 rows and 3 columns. Now, as you can see that one-dimensional array and Python list look similar to each other, but actually they are different from each other. Let's have a look at their differences. NumPy arrays works on homogeneous type of elements, or you can say same type of elements, whereas Python lists work on heterogeneous or different type of elements. NumPy arrays do not allow addition and removal of elements, whereas Python lists allow addition and removal of elements. NumPy arrays consume less memory space, whereas Python lists consume more memory space. Runtime execution of NumPy arrays is faster, whereas runtime execution of Python list is slower. After acquiring sufficient information about NumPy arrays, we will move forward to see how to create NumPy arrays. To create a NumPy array, firstly we need to import NumPy library. So for that the syntax is import NumPy as np. Here np is the alias name. You can choose any alias name. It is recommended to choose a smaller alias name, as this name will be used several times in our code. So here I am writing it as np. So the syntax is import NumPy as np. The next line code is, I am describing a list here. L1 is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4. Next, we need a variable to store our array which will be created with this method. So I am choosing A1. A1 is equal to np.array, and in the bracket we have to pass the argument. So here we will write L1. And then the next line of code is print A1. This statement will get the array printed, and we can see whether our array has been created or not. Now we will learn some functions which can be used with NP arrays. So first in the list is empty function. This function is used to create an empty array or an array with some garbage values. So the syntax for this function is import NumPy as np. A1 is equal to np.empty. With this function we have to provide two arguments. First is the shape of an array. So here I am writing 3, 2, and the next argument is data type of the array. So here I am writing d type is equal to int. So with this syntax, an empty array of shape 3, 2 with data type int will be created. The next function is zeros. This function is used to create an array with all zeros as its elements with the specified size and data type. So the syntax for using this function is import NumPy as np. A1 is equal to np.zeros. In the bracket we have to provide the shape of the array. I am writing 5 here. So this will be a one-dimensional array, and in the d type I am writing float. The next function is ones function. It is very similar to zeros function, but here the difference is that the array will be created with all 1 as its element. Next function is a range function. This is very useful function. With the help of this function we can create an array between a range of values. Let's have a look at the syntax. Import NumPy as np. A1 is equal to np.arange. Now in the bracket you have to provide 3 values: the initial value, the final value, and the step. Initial value means from where your array should start. So here I am writing it as 2. Final value means till which your array should contain the values. So here I am writing it as 12. And the step is the difference between the two elements of an array. So here I am writing 2. So with the help of this function, an array will be created from values 2 to 12 with the step 2, means 2, 4, 6, 8. So scholars, that's all for today's video. I hope you will practice all these functions and will try to create NumPy arrays. Stay safe, keep studying. Goodbye.